My name is Kim Lemman, and I serve as the Executive Director of St. Francis Shelter here in Salem. Working here means quite a bit to me. These are women, we have some dads here, but mostly women, so mostly moms who've had some hard knocks, wanting to do well by their kids, wanting to give their kids a better life. And I felt like that really resonated for me. And we serve 20 families in individual apartments, and we serve about 50 families a year, move them into permanent housing. And our move-in success rate of people moving into and staying in safe permanent housing is 98%. I will say too that this Rooted Framework program came to us at a really cool time because we were in some transition. There was a new person on board, and then there was also some changing of roles, and I think that can cause some weeds. I think that can cause some confusion. But when we were discussing this as a team, some of our staff was saying, well, sure, it's the culture, but it's also what each one of us brings. Let's talk about what we want it to be, but also if we asked a community partner, or we asked a family who used to be in our program, who's graduated from our program, what was the soil like at St. Francis? And there's 5 of us here, and everybody picked a word. Inclusiveness, equity, and love were the other words that came out about what we wanted our culture to be like at St. Francis.
You have to start seeing every single person deeply, because the person who is on the corner at Market Street deserves to be seen deeply by me, maybe even more deeply, because so many other people are walking right by them and trying not to look at them and trying not to see them on any level.
The people are the value of our work. That's the bottom line. We help people.
Sometimes the families that we work with do things and we see it in a way that is not the truth. But we see it and we think, gosh, maybe they're not ready to do this work. Maybe they're not going to work with us. Maybe they're not. But when we see them deeply, when we look more deeply, we can see, oh my gosh, this is just a core wound that is popping up, and they're acting this way because they have years of trauma and wounds. And if we just look at the first thing we see on the exterior, we're not going to see them. So we got to have this cool conversation about seeing people deeply, and then we got to have this cool conversation about when we see people really deeply, they're not experiencing homelessness, and we're not case managers. It's just human to human. It's just soul to soul, and I think that's actually where we help people. That's where we can see people, and that's where people believe that we can. But if we don't see them deeply, they're not going to believe us.